Hello, my name's Rebecca Hooper. My husband Andy and I started Andy Hooper Photography around 8 years ago. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to choose the right wedding photographer for you to suit you. Unlike the vast amount of other wedding vendors that you'll come across whilst planning for your big day, for example, cake designers or florists, wedding photography is completely unique and wedding photos can never be duplicated. As experts in our industry, of course we're here to give you advice, give you ideas and hold your hand throughout the whole process, but ultimately this is your special day and should be remembered exactly the way that you always dreamt it would be. The wedding photography industry is completely saturated with over 50,000 registered businesses in the UK. With this in mind, how do you even start to go about choosing the right photographer for you with so many people competing for your attention? Wedding photographers are usually booked very early. The average is around 18 months before the wedding date. It is often the next thing that couples book after the venue and the date has been confirmed. Whether you're booking a marquee or an English country garden themed wedding, by this point you should have an idea of the budget for your wedding and the kind of style that you're going to go with. And this really will reflect in your photographs. Some photographers specialise in a certain style of photography, including documentary, fine art or portraits. If you have a real strong preference of what kind of style you really want, this is a good place to start searching. But the reality is many photographers have a blend of all these styles, from like group shots to sort of candid shots of guests and things, and that's what most people want in this day and age. So what's the first thing you should be looking for? Start your search by reading reviews from newlyweds on Facebook pages, the hundreds of directories you can come across. Look at their website. One top tip I would definitely give to you is when you're looking at photographers' work, see if you can get access to a whole set of wedding photography rather than just looking at the best bits. If you get to this stage and you want to find out more about a particular photographer, it's a really good idea to send a simple inquiry to find out what the ballpark figure is and also if they're available on your date. Because the last thing you want to do is have your heart set on a particular photographer and find out that they're completely over your budget or they're not even free on your wedding day. Once availability has been confirmed, now is time for you to organise a consultation. This can be done over the phone initially, but I strongly recommend that you meet your photographer before booking them, as personality has a massive part to play in this service. Most of our work comes from recommendations and a lot of guests that have been at weddings that Andy has photographed in the past, which is a great compliment. This enables guests to see how he works, his mannerisms, and how he has such a gift of controlling a crowd of people without actually being controlling at all. The main things to look out for whilst meeting your photographer for the first time or having a consultation with them is, do they seem really excited and ask lots of questions when you are describing your vision to them? Are they a good listener? And do they seem really excited about your big day? In order to achieve amazing photographs, you need someone who's going to be bold enough to go hunting for some great images, but also not interfere in people's space and be irritating. So that's really important. By now, your photographer should have a really good idea of what coverage you want for your special day and will be in a position to give you a quote. Many photographers offer packages which are made up of various elements. Some include albums, some include full day, half day coverage, you might get some prints included, so they're all very different. You can get really good value for money by using packages, and they do have their place, but we are real strong believers in giving people tailor-made packages exactly for them. So we'd much prefer to sit down with you over a cup of tea and really find out what your perfect day would be and just seeing what we can do just to make that happen for you. We begin our quote process by finding out what part of the day you want coverage for first, whether it's from your bridal prep up until your first dance. And then from there we can then add bolt-ons on, whether it's evening photography, whether you wanted an album, whether you wanted your speeches recorded of your best images of the day. There's lots of different things that we can offer you, and we find that our couples much prefer that way. Once you have agreed the terms of your photographer, you'll be presented with a contract. So just urge you, obviously, just to read that really thoroughly before you sign and return it. Key things to look out for is make sure that their public liability insurance is valid and up to date. What will happen if your photographer's ill on that day, make sure there's a backup plan. And also how long you're expected to wait for your images after the wedding day. So usually it's sort of two to 4 weeks depending on what you're having. But yeah, you want to know exactly how long you're going to be waiting for. Just to recap, my top tips for researching the best photographer for your wedding is: number 1, decide on a budget and a style before you start researching your photographer. Number 2, during your consultation, check, is your photographer really listening, asking questions and excited when you're explaining your vision to them? Number 3, personality, are they friendly and professional? Number 4, check their work. Number 5, read reviews from past customers. This is the most accurate information. Number 6, read the contract, including insurance, copyright procedures, and more importantly, how long you're going to have to wait to receive your precious images for you to treasure for the rest of your lives. That's it from me. Thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye.